Hi, it's Kerry here. I'm just doing a quick video to talk a little bit about my daily spiritual practice with you and to show you my altar and what items I have on my altar. So I have a little, it's like a Welsh type dresser in my lounge. This is in my lounge. And I have a corner next to it where my desk is, where I do my work. Some of my readings I do here, sometimes I do it up in my bedroom. I'm hoping to get a space out in the garden in a cabin type thing that we're planning on building this year, but for now I've got this corner of my lounge. So this is my altar, and my guides are represented in my altar. So my guides are Lord Ganesha, so I have the bottom space devoted to Lord Ganesha. And on here I have an incense holder because Lord Ganesha, I give an offering to every day of incense. I have depictions of elephants and of Lord Ganesha himself. I have some elephants here that represent my dad as well, and my mum. These were ornaments that I actually bought for my mum and dad before my connection to Lord Ganesha. So they kind of keep me connected to my mum and dad as well. I've got a photograph here of a candle that when I did a ritual kind of invoking, the first time I invoked Ganesha's energy and I asked to connect to him, and I invited him in to be my guide. And this is what happened. This is what happened to the wax. It turned into a elephant trunk. I mean, I've never seen a candle ever do that before or since. And I was absolutely amazed when I saw that appear on the candle. And I took that as a definite sign that Ganesha had accepted me as, he will be my guide, and he has been my guide, and he has helped me along the way. I have another image of Ganesha there, and I've got Bill Hicks, who was a comedian in the 90s. Bill Hicks was the first person who challenged me to consider the idea of one consciousness in his work, and I was obsessed with him around 2010. I mean, he's one of my heroes. I love Bill Hicks. On this shelf here, the next shelf up, I have a candle, which I light a candle every day to Archangel Metatron. I have some images here that depict Archangel Metatron. I have a Metatron's cube, which was actually amazing when I drew this, because I was trying to draw it following videos online and I could not do it. I could not get it straight. So I asked Archangel Metatron to show me my way of doing it. And I sat there. Within half an hour I'd done this. He showed me how to do it. I can't even explain it. It was amazing. Sorry, my phone just decided to ask me if I wanted to install new software halfway through recording a video, so I'll have to splice these two together. So as I was saying, yeah, I drew this Metatron's cube after asking Archangel Metatron to show me my way of doing it, and he did. It was incredible. This image is like a mandala that I painted as part of my level 2 attunement to Archangel Metatron with angelic celestial colours. And I've got a little nod to angelic celestial colours because Amanda Ellis is my teacher, my spiritual teacher, and I love her. I think she's great, and she resonates with me so much. All of her teachings, all of her work resonates with me. So that's my second shelf. And then up here I've just got other little items that I use within my spiritual practice. I've got a wand here, which was a gift from a good friend of mine, which is beautiful. And you use your wand specifically for directing energy. It just helps intensify and kind of focuses the energy during spells and rituals. I've got a peacock. Peacocks actually have quite an important meaning to me in my spiritual work, and I use peacock feathers to cleanse the aura during my healing sessions. I have a cauldron which I use to burn incense, or it's got burnt paper in there because I use it to burn my intentions at full moons and my forgiveness journaling and things like that. At full moons and new moons, I will burn my intentions, and I will release things by burning it in my cauldron. I've got some space cleansing sprays. I've got some magical oils which I use to anoint myself normally. Sometimes I'll use it to anoint candles. I've got a crystal ball, which it's just decoration for me. I've not used it for scrying or anything. I've tried, but it's not something that I'm naturally very good at, and I've not spent the time practicing, to be honest. So, and then I've got a Buddha which hasn't found a home yet, so it's just kind of on my altar, but I wanted a Buddha there because the Buddhist teachings have helped me a lot. So what I do every day, I'll light my candle to metatron, and I will just say, I light this candle as an offering to Archangel Metatron. And then I will light my incense, and as I do, I will say, I light this incense as an offering to Lord Ganesha. And then I sit in my chair and I meditate. And during my meditation, I will, first of all, I ground myself, and I picture roots coming out from my feet going down into the ground, and I ask Archangel Sandalphon to help me with grounding. So I visualize him within the earth, and he will take hold of the roots that I send down from myself, and he will anchor me to the earth. And then I visualize energy coming up from the earth, and this energy cleanses each chakra in turn. So obviously it starts with the base chakra, the sacral, solar plexus, and then the heart. And when I reach the heart, I ask Lord Ganesha to come in again and just cleanse my heart space, and he clears all negative energy. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. So I picture Lord Ganesha kind of just swirling around my heart space, really, and cleansing all the negative energy around my heart space. And then I carry on up through my chakras to my throat chakra, my third eye, my crown, including my higher heart, my altar major, which is in the back of your head, the soul star chakra, which is above the crown chakra, and then the stellar gateway. And Archangel Metatron is the keeper of the stellar gateway, so I ask Archangel Metatron to come in at that point and just to connect me to his energy and to my higher self. And then I will generally ask Archangel Michael to come in. Archangel Michael sends protection to me, so I protect my energy using the energy of Archangel Michael. But these are my guides, and they're universal archetypes. I know a lot of people might struggle to connect with angels and might view it as a Christian symbolism, working with the angels. For me, it's not a Christian, it's not a religious thing. They're spiritual, universal energies or archetypes, and they're there for everybody to connect to. Now, some people don't connect to angels, some people connect to dragons, some people connect to gods or goddesses, some people connect to fairies, some people connect to unicorns, some people just call it source energy, universal energy, the web of life. Whatever works for you. If you've got a specific god or goddess that you feel a deep connection to, that resonates with you, then your altar can be dedicated to them. I've also got up here, this is my desk area, I've got another picture of Bill Hicks there, I've got my children there, I've got another Buddha there, I've got a Viking ship because I love the Viking and the Saxon era, but I've got some horses here, and this is a little small altar to the goddess Rhiannon, who I connected with a few years ago, and it was one of the most powerful connections that I've experienced. So I have a little I have my horses there which are representing Rhiannon as well, but during my meditation it's Ganesha and the archangels that I tend to connect to, although today I did have dragons coming in during my meditation. So while you're meditating, things can take a turn of their own, and that you can be guided to look into different things. So I've got a hint that, I mean, I've never been drawn towards the dragon energy until now, but today I just out of the blue visualized dragons, a different dragon around each of my chakras. So I've got a feeling that the dragons might be coming up for me soon, but that's how my spiritual work goes. I just go with whatever comes up for me, or whatever I'm guided to look into at any particular time. So then when I've meditated, I'll come to my desk and I'll start drawing some cards for myself for that day. And at the moment I use 4 decks. I've got them here. So I'll pull a card from my newest one, which is the Wild Offering Oracle. And it's just got a word and a little prayer. So today's prayer is direction. It's got lots of purple and violet colours, which to me represents the third eye work that I'm doing at the moment. So that spoke to me. And then I've got lots of different journals in here. So I've got a moon journal, which I use to journal astrological events. I've got peacock journals, which I started off as a gratitude journal, but then I moved on to these ones for my gratitude journal. And this is where my daily practice comes into play, because every day I write. I keep track of how many days I've been doing it. So I'm not sure if this is my current book. Yeah, this is my current book. So today was day 288 that I've been doing my gratitude journal. So I'll just write some things that I'm grateful for, and then I draw cards from each of these decks. So I've got the Metatron, the Tau Oracle, and my Ganesha deck. And I'll just keep a track here of the cards that I pull, and so I can look back and see if there's a pattern with the cards that I pull, and I'll write a little bit if there's something specific that I think this card is representing for me. So today I drew this card, and I've kept it out because I'm working on the Empress today. So I've been writing another journal today, which is my tarot journal, and I've been writing about the Empress and researching the Empress. And I understood the Empress as being connected to Venus and, you know, Mother Earth energy and fertility and all of that. But this card today, abundance, and as I was reading this, I thought, this is to do with my Empress work. So I went to the book and I was reading a little bit about it. So this card, drawing this card today, has helped me to understand a little bit more about what I was planning on working on with my spiritual tarot journal in here. And I often find, for example, last week when I was working on the High Priestess, and I was also, at the moment, I'm also working on my third eye. And this often happens that things all connect up. So I was working on High Priestess energy, I was working on the third eye. I realised the connection between the High Priestess and third eye work. And then I drew the insight card from my Ganesha deck, which was connected to the third eye work. So, you know, I've put totally on the ball. Ganesha was on the ball. And I often find that my readings that I do, I just pull one card from each deck, and they're often very much connected to the work that I'm doing at that particular time. So that's my spiritual practice. I'll do the offerings, the meditations, and then the journaling and the card pulling, and I'll try to do that every day. So I hope you enjoyed my little video, just to give you a little bit of insight into my spiritual practice and what it looks like, and maybe give you some ideas on incorporating a daily because I do believe that consistency is key as well. So something that you can do daily. It doesn't have to be a big elaborate ritual every day. Something as simple as lighting a candle, lighting some incense, a bit of meditation, and then drawing some cards is, for me, that's plenty. That's enough for me. And some days it's amazing. Some days I get loads of connections and synchronicities. And some days it's just, you know, going through the motions, and some days I do miss it out, but I do tend to notice a difference in myself and my stress levels and my patience levels, and my general sense of connection when I miss out a day. So I do find it is definitely beneficial to do it consistently. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video there. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.